Well, what are we doing today? This is another one of the big Trident maples that I dug out last year. So this is the results after a little bit less than half a year. So one growing season, it was just basically a stump, but all these shoots came out. So now we got to get into more of a styling process. So first of all, what you got to do is get this healthy. A lot of times you dig it out, not enough roots, especially if you don't thin out the top, it's such unbalanced that it will not survive. Okay, well, we have a semi-okay root flare. I'm pretty sure the true root flare is down below. A lot of these, when they get planted, they have to be planted deep so that it's stable. Okay, so we got this line that goes up. That's what we have. So we got through the first stage, which is to keep it alive. But now it's the styling process. So what I want to do is to give you some time and take a look at what you might do if this was your plant. Well, does that help in your visualization? Does it make it a little easier for you to visualize? I had thoughts about cutting off that big side and go with this smaller branch. Not sure whether that's the way to go or not. I'm thinking maybe this could be a double trunk. You know, this little skinny guy at the bottom. I could just leave it as a sacrifice branch and get rid of it later. Or can I use both as kind of an interesting double trunk? So this will have, both have kind of a smooth line, not your typical informal upright with abrupt changes, right? And I'm thinking this might work. If that's the case, this branch here should just come off. So do I do it now? Do I do it later? It's always, this is the thinking process that we all go through to achieve a goal. And I'm kind of tossed between cutting off the big side and cutting off this little one. Oh, not this one. This branch right here. And really, it's a really tough call, but I think that I'm going to take this one off. Well, it's too late to turn back now. What's missing right now is I need more girth down below. Right now it goes up too straight with very little taper, if anything. So all those low branches should help that along. So let me work on that smaller side so that it kind of complements this bigger one. Okay, let's take a look at what I've done. I believe that's the front, at least for now. Okay, so this will be double. Actually, there seems to be a third one down in there. I don't know if it's live or not. Let's see that third one. So it could be a triple trunk, which might make it interesting and maybe compensate for right now like a girth down here to have a good taper. But these little stringy little things, I think that should help in fattening. So as we go up, the only thing about a project like this is how is the wound gonna heal? Is it gonna heal so that it's smooth? Or is it gonna partially? And there's a number of different things that could happen. So anyway, I'm gonna call this good for now. I'm gonna let it grow very vigorously this coming year. And then not sure whether we'll see this year or next. Anyway, this was a Trident maple that got dug out last year. And first thing, well, the first year, you just let it grow, make sure it gets very vigorous with a good root recovery. And I believe these are. So, well, anyway, I'm gonna call it quits for today. And I'll maybe this year or next we might see it, but I got the feeling you're probably going to see it in 2 because we got to get a bunch of things to grow and then we could start the styling process. Oh, for this Christmas I got a iPad and it has that sketching potential. I did a very simple sketch and I could do that. And I was thinking if I ever get that thing perfected, what I could do is to take a photograph of this and sketch what I envision. A lot of times when I'm doing this, I do see the future. What could happen if it went this way. It's not to say that exact answer, but I have multiple answers based on how these will recover. But I think a lot of you don't have that background yet. So I think if I could get that technique better, then I can do that for you. But remember, I was telling you, I don't mind getting equipment, but I have this trouble with technology. Well, I got the basics of the sketching. Whether I could get it to the level that I want to help you guys visualize is another story. But anyway, this is the Technically Challenged Hero saying goodbye. I'll see you again in another chapter real soon. Stay safe, everybody.